bestie. My name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Aggressive Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make I no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. It's an exciting afternoon on Aggressive Gala, and my name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty, aka Aggressive Bazzy. You know how I do it. When you see my face, what comes to your head? Gossip, of course, because if you see my face and you're thinking about any other thing, that means you don't know me. Simple. But once you see my face and you know what time it is, it's gossip time, right? So I have an exciting person on the table today. He's a visual artist. There's so many things that he has shown me that I've seen that he have said, and I'm like, Even the way it started, I'm like, no, come on, share it to the audience. They didn't see you and hear you. I have another person on the table than Mophead. Hey, bestie, how are you?
I'm good.
How you doing today?
I'm fine.
How did your day start? Let's even start with that. Let's know who is to gossip in the morning and who doesn't. How did your day start today?
I woke up quite early.
Okay.
When
you say early, explain what time.
I don't have my calendar is messed up.
Oh, okay.
So light came, that woke me up. I said, okay, there's a piece I'm working on currently. I decided to put in some work on that. Then after that, what did I do? I just listen to music and vibe, then try to sleep. Then I realized that if I sleep, next time I'll wake up, I'll be late for this stuff for more. I'll start to do prepare. So I started getting ready, then go out. So yeah.
And see you here.
Exactly.
Aww. It looks like you actually started your day quite well, and I like it.
Thank
you. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
All right, so straight in, right? You're a virtual artist.
Yeah.
Put me on that, because I feel like it's something that we actually don't hear and see often.
Oh yeah, so I'm a visual artist, and yeah, it's not quite mainstream yet. It's getting there, but not quite.
Okay.
And I think one of the reasons is we more often than not keep to ourselves. So, like, I'm on a podcast like this,
right?
And you hardly see visual artists doing this kind of things. If they're on a podcast, it's art-related podcasts,
right?
And stuff. So, yeah, that's why it hasn't been integrated into people's everyday lives. It still feels very, should I say, elitist.
Right.
For the select posh people who want to experience, but I feel like it's for everybody. It's something
that
should be experienced by everybody. Like music, visual art should be enjoyed and experienced by everybody.
True.
So, yeah, that's one of the things I striving towards as a visual artist. Making it not commonplace that it now feels very slightly cheap, but people value it and people want to experience it and people are willing to pay to experience it. And pay doesn't mean expensive, like you need to break your backs.
No, I get it.
You can experience it on different levels. There's a level of owning an original art piece, the level of making it accessible without reducing its value. That's something that I strive to achieve with my practice as a visual artist.
I like that.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about your journey. What are the challenges like, and how have you been able to overcome?
Challenges. Well, let's start with school. Let's start with my interest when I was younger.
Okay.
Growing up, first challenge was teachers feeling, this is distract you from your studies.
You're always drawing every time.
Exactly. At some point, I had a seat. My seat was just beside the teacher's
desk. Has to be. It has to be.
Just to make sure I wasn't drawing. And I remember a particular scenario in primary school, yeah. So there was this piece I was working, a small piece, the Batmobile. I drew it. I started in church the previous day, like a Wednesday service, where people are listening to the word of God. Me, small boy, was there drawing.
Oh, nice one.
Then in school, the next day, like after school had closed, before my mom came to pick me, I brought it out and continued. And a classmate walks up to me and is like, "Oh, Tochiko, that's fine. Can I see it?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." I give her to see it. And she takes it to my teacher and is like, "Tochiko was drawing during class." And my teacher seizes the drawing. And when my mom comes, they tell my mom that I was drawing during class, this one, that one. And I don't think I even told my mom what actually happened until maybe 2 years ago. So I said,
Okay.
why didn't you tell me then? I was like,
what do you want me to say?
but speaking of my mom, she was very supportive throughout my journey, ups and downs. She was always the one cheering me on. Like, and I feel like that's not a popular or a regular story.
Right.
More often than not, it's parents say no, you cannot pursue
you cannot
as
be
a
doing
career.
this.
But in my case, my mom was like,
let's do this.
Let's do this, because her brother, her immediate younger brother, was art inclined at some point, but dropped it. Now he's into engineering, but she was like, once she saw that I had that in me, she was like, she didn't want me to drop it.
I love it.
And she kept encouraging me, so she was always a constant through my ups and downs. And okay, well, in secondary school too, not so long ago, I was talking to an artist, and we shared similar experience in secondary school where you make a drawing in secondary school, 2 days, 3 days, your drawing has gone missing. You see it with a senior claiming it as his own.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. What?
So, yeah, it was a normal experience where people would just keep stealing the things you make.
Oh, wow.
So, at some point, my entire possessions in school were missing.
Became everybody's own.
Were missing at this point. So, including my entire drawing collection I had at the point, my materials and everything. So, that really demotivated me. And I stopped for a while. That was like just before I left secondary school. And I wasn't doing anything. Mom still kept trying to encourage me, getting me back on it, sending me videos on Facebook. I saw this one, I think you might be interested. Just to get me interested. And finally, like in 2020, something finally clicked and I got back on it. And well, I'll not say here I am now. There have been other challenges.
Yes, yeah.
Skill-wise, trying to get better, that's just one part of it. Now trying to make a career out of it, trying to make money out of it, trying to make a name out of it is a whole lot. So, yeah.
I'll say well done, because I mean, just like you said, the journey is actually not an easy one. And journey. You know, the interesting part is the fact that there's still more challenges to be overcome. That's actually the truth. There's still more challenges to be overcome, but I know for sure that you definitely will pull up, right?
Yeah.
Now let's talk a bit about your marks.
Yeah.
The fact that it's one thing to say, oh, you're a virtual artist, another thing to say that, you know what, I have this thing and I also want to push it with me.
Yeah.
So tell me about your marks. How did it come about?
Well, as I said earlier when we were talking, my practice about being into yourself, being into what you like. You don't really necessarily know why you like what it is you like. Just know that you like this.
That's weird.
Because I feel like we ask a lot of whys. Like, I'm not saying it's not wrong to ask whys. Yes, you should definitely ask whys, but you shouldn't let the whys hinder you from doing what it is.
Right.
Like, I've created pieces where in the moment there was no why to the piece.
True.
And down the line,
there's now a why.
That's
crazy, bro.
So you don't necessarily need to get the why right now. You just know that I am drawn to this for whatever reason.
Right.
And you go with that. So for me, this was like love at first sight. I came across it.
You guys hear this? Max, love at first sight. I hear things. The things I hear with my ears, God.
Surely this isn't the strangest thing I've heard.
Nah. And then I think it's the craziest thing. What are you telling me? Today, this is the craziest thing. How do you tell me that, you know, you're drawn to a Max, love at first sight? But again, I will say well done to you, because, I mean, there's just a whole lot of things that you said, and I see the intentionality in you building and growing.
Yeah.
So well done to you, Mudhead. All right, let's really go straight into the hilarious tweets we have today. Can we get them on, please? Okay, so this one says parents can detect fake friends. When I saw that, I'm like, somehow, because even when they are not fake friends, right? You always hear your parent, once they don't like something about that person, no follow amo. I don't know if that has happened to you. No follow amo. That girl, and a bad influence. But it's the reply this girl give me. You see why I love my ex people. This is what they say, but not fake, not a fake pastor. I did not say anything. It's the good. It's how she even bears the good child. You're definitely not the good child. Oh my God! But honestly, I feel like there's an atom of truth in this thing. I don't know if it's Because I mean, oftentimes I've seen it play out, right? You see somebody. Well, I don't. It has really never happened to me
Yeah.
personally, but I know that. I mean, there are times the times I was keeping like friends. I think then I'll see like in secondary school. Or so, and you hear my mom will say, the this my friend talk say. This girl where they follow no be good person. No, say she do this one, she do that one, she do the other one. Just be careful. Like those are the words of my mom. She will never for once tell you, oh, don't follow this girl or don't do this. She gives you that time and space to figure out if you want to be with this person or not. But she will show you, like she will prove it to you that okay, this person is really not, that person you think, he or she is. You
Yeah.
feel me? But like oftentimes you will hear Mama Nkechi and Papa Nkechi say, Nkechi, you see this girl, no follow am again. The way they look am, I see her for one corner. That corner, no be where better children supposed dey. You understand? But somehow these same persons don't get to check the pastors that they follow. You now hear them say, oh, my pastor say more do this thing. Mama, you don't dey pray for 3 years. You never get solution. Wetin happen? I hope I'm not casting anybody. I hope I'm not shaking anybody's stable. All right, let's get one more to it, I beg. Okay. Because I went on a first date with a dude a few days ago. It was such a good date just for me to get home, and he called me and said he think he loves me. First date. Legit hung up mid-chord convo and blocked him. Do you think this is supposed to be like a red flag? Because she's seen it as a red flag. I mean, we both go on on a date for the first time,
Yeah.
right? I'm very sure we must have been talking before then, planning towards the date. Yeah? And after the date, you call me and say, fine girl, I no go lie. Do I dey see you, Bolaji? I like you, die. I love you. I love you, die. What do you think about it? I mean, think of you're a guy. So don't lie, yo. Don't support your G's. I want you to say things the way they are.
I'm not going to support my G's. So basically, based off human psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen, yeah?
No. There's a thrill to not expecting, not knowing what's going to happen next. There's a thrill to the chase and being chased and all that. So when there's that mystery, the lady is still interested. Oh, okay. Does he like me? Does he not like me? This is not about playing games. It's just about, okay. Have you read Robert Greene, The Art of Seduction?
Yes, I have.
So what is keeping her engaged is that her mind is engaged. She's not quite certain. She's not. But once you put all your cards on the table, oh, I love you. After a first date, the thrill of it, the mystery of it, everything has gone out the window. That's one side of it. Another side is people will be put. Some people might be put off being too forward. Someone after the first date, you tell her, "Oh, I love you," and she's not put off. Or some other person is very, very put off, like from bed to where.
Okay, I think I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So,
but I still feel like I get what you're saying for real, like I do. But the thing is, we must have been having a conversation, right? And we go down, like the both of us go down there, say, okay, we really want to do this. Do you get what I'm saying? And the fact that they both went on this date together. If anything was, off or something, one of us, do you get? It show you it's not even one of us. I feel like you go no, I go no. We will know where the fault is from. So if eventually we went home and probably the thing did not go as it's supposed to go, then you're not calling me. I feel like there's just that sense of me knowing that something is definitely up. Because go as it's supposed to go. I feel like that's why she's, seen it as a bit of red flag. But again,
funny enough. Yeah.
Tell me.
She didn't even say go as supposed to go. She said it was wonderful.
That means like I said, that means she's seen it as a red flag, and I don't know why. Because if you say that the date was a good one, then tell me why you, again, probably the guy did not meet up to our standard. I think that's one of it.
Well, there's the angle of first of all, she feels he's moving too fast. She feels this. At this rate, this might turn into an obsession. I'm not ready for that.
Obsession?
See.
Is that not like a big word?
There are different nuances. People, you perceive things
differently.
The way you are. So how I perceive something is not how you perceive something.
Definitely.
It's different from how the Twitter poster perceives it. So I'm just trying to explore different angles here.
I feel you.
Basically. So there are a lot of reasons why she was put off by this guy calling to say, oh,
I
I love you. There's even the reason where she doesn't believe him. She feels he's lying.
That's what it is now. That's what it is. Let's go on the short break, guys, to come up with on the street of social media. Stay with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we will analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Yeah, it's your boy K to the UTE Cute. I want to shout out to Gossip Gala, the best and entertaining show alive right now. See you. Stay tuned.
Thank you for not moving a muscle. This is Gossip Gala, and we are on the street of social media segment. All right, so the first story on the street says, UK-based Nigerian woman shares her opinion about single mothers and their children. Let's watch this video together, guys.
Mothers, they don't train up their children in a proper way. That's the fact. If you watch out some children that grew up with a single mother, a single father, and you can't compare them with children that grew up with their both parents.
Single parents are not able to nurture or train their children properly. What do you think about the story?
She didn't even say they are not able to. If she said they are not able to, I might have forgiven her.
Oh, you're angry with her?
She said they don't. Like absolute. They don't train their children up.
Right.
Okay, so fun fact. I'm from a single mother. And I disagree with her. 100%. Because single parenting and double parenting, the both parents involved.
Yeah.
You still have children that come from both that turn out badly.
Good and bad as well.
Good and bad from single, good and bad from both.
Yes.
So it's not about a single parent or a family, standard family in quotes. A nuclear family. It's about the intentionality of the parent or parents when it comes to bringing up their child.
Right.
Two parents can be there and they're not intentional about bringing up their children. And their children don't quite grow up well. And the intentionality of a parent doesn't quite also relate, also equals bad children, because some children have that drive in them. Some children know, no, I don't want this. This is wrong and all that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of variables that go into this, But on the part of the parents, for me, it's intentionality.
I love that.
Two parents working together to bring up a child is wonderful. And a woman finds herself in a position where she has to bring up a child on her own. And she takes the time to realize how she's disadvantaged, and finds or seeks out how to make up for that. Because the truth is, single mother or single father, doing it on your own, you have to do times 2. You know, times 4 the work, sir.
Yes, now you have to do both your job and that of, the
and that of
partner that would have been
exactly.
there.
And there are still things you might not be able to. So you seek help. Like
Right.
there's a book by Hillary Clinton, It Takes a Village. See, it takes more than even just two parents to raise a child.
Yeah.
It takes an entire village
A
of people, a
community.
community of people to raise a child. So I feel like it's just very ignorant
Ignorant.
to still be saying in this age and time that single parents say single parents cannot bring up a, she never say a single parent, she say a single mother, because
Emphasis on mother.
emphasis on mother. Well, I feel like I'll be living testament to the fact that
Come
everything
on.
she said is not
They're all
true.
wrongs, right?
Exactly.
Now let's talk a bit about what you think your mother did differently that made you turn out well. Because just like you said, there are people that, see past through, the single mother parenting and all of that, and they actually see came out bad. So what do you think your mom did differently that made you turn out well?
Okay, well, like I said, it starts with intentionality.
Intentionality.
And even then, there's no roadmap.
I mean,
You have to
that's
figure it out.
that's the absolute truth.
You have to figure it out as you go. There's no roadmap for single parenting, there's no roadmap for double parenting. You try and you figure shit out. You try this, it doesn't quite work, or you have an end goal in mind. That's the first thing. This is what I want my child to turn out to be.
Okay.
And based off that, you have, okay, this is what I think would take my child in that direction. And you start trying them. And you see what works and what doesn't work. So in the case of my mother, first of all, from a young age, she wanted us to go to the best schools.
I love that.
Like she wanted us to get the exposure. Because when she even talked about schools, it was not about, oh, they will teach you well here. She was like, no, the caliber of people that go to these schools, I wanted to go and rub shoulders with them.
Come on now.
I rub shoulders with them is, so you the way they think rubs off on you.
Yeah.
You start thinking a certain type of way, because to get out of where we are, you need to interact with certain people to change your mindset.
I agree, actually.
That was one. So when we were younger, like when I wanted to enter secondary school, it was that, okay, most people, they took their children to schools that were in the same town or even just around.
Yeah.
At the point, we lived in Port Harcourt. And the schools I wrote my entrances to were Nigerian Navy Secondary School, Cross River State, then NTIC, Nigerian Turkish International Colleges, Abuja. So you see, these schools were schools that were far. And to my mom, it wasn't about distance. It was about where she felt my children would get the best value.
Right.
So why other people were like, they are too young. Why are you taking them that far? She was like, what's far about it?
Right.
They are going to get value there and all that. And even that aside, from an early age, my mom said inculcating into us the
Right values?
right values, but not even right values, the sense of independence.
Solid.
How to stand on our own, how to do things on our own.
Yeah.
Because, well, I said this, I was telling a friend not too long ago that from just one second term, I was going to school on my own. I lived in Port Harcourt. My school was in Cross River State. Mom would just take me to the bus park, put me on a bus. I would get to Cross River State. Now my school was never in Calabar, go. I'll get to Calabar. Then I have to take a vehicle or two vehicles and now take me to the town where my school was in. So I did all this on my own. I thought of like, at that young age, it developed a sense of self, a sense of confidence in me to face certain challenges. So even certain things where Mom C wasn't able to, on my own, I already had that confidence. What's the word? I don't know what to use. To face them and figure them out for myself. And yeah, it came to points where between me and Mom C, we had our frictions and all that. Which is normal. And the way Mom C brought us up was not to be yes men.
I love it.
Not to be like, we are outspoken, we have our opinions, and we say our opinions. We are not like, oh, yes, because you're older than me, or because if I feel like what you're saying doesn't quite, I'll have a conversation with you about it. and even in our arguments and all that, she didn't make us feel like we shouldn't air our views. We still felt comfortable airing our views and all that. So a lot of things.
I love it, actually.
It's a lot.
I love it. Shout out to Mom C. All right, moving on to the next story on the street. This one says Fish Pie exposed what everyone and his management did to him, and he has apologized for all the wrong. So because of, how the video is shot, we're not able to get a full, pack of what the video is. But I think we have like just a little bit of it. Can we just get that on, please?
Now, wow. Fish Pie!
Some people them too do. So guys, Fish Pie has a lot to say in this video. When I heard this story, when he told me the story of his life, I'm not gonna lie, water come off my eyes. I would like you guys to watch this video to the end and make sure you share, like, and comment. So Fish Pie, I want to ask you, what really happened? Because at the time, we they see you everywhere, Fish Pie, everybody they use Fish Pie, they trend, they tear views. Some people get 3 million views, some get 10 million views. We not going to see again. What really happened? Even your own main Facebook page, we don't even know because Fish Pie page just plenty up and down. What really happened?
So you can hear from the interviewer that there's a lot of things that he wanted to say. But like I said, the video wasn't shot properly, so we can't air it. But conclusion to all the things he said that, there are a lot of people that used him, and what I think is a bit annoying is the fact that if you want to come and say something, say it where. I don't know why he did not cast the people that used him, you understand? But because, of course, last year, there are a lot of people that helped him since we had the whole Fish Pie announcement and all. Many people, of course, that's one thing about content creators. In as much as I like you and I see that, you're trending and all, it just makes sense that me too, I would also need that visibility in my page, the traction. Make I do video with you while you are also trying to figure yourself out. I am also trying to make my money. So I don't see that as people using him. I think it was for him to just take advantage of the situation. But just like when we were talking about it earlier, when you are mentally ready for an opportunity, once it comes, you work with it. But some people are just there. And again, I was having a conversation with someone yesterday evening, and I said you would actually think everybody is agitated just like you are. But trust me, there are people that are okay just finding a career where they are. They actually find it very peaceful. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like maybe that's probably why he was a bit calm and quiet about the whole trending and all. Because I know for sure that, I was given the case of Cider Botch. When Cider started, she was saying a whole lot of things on her page, but who they hear her? Do you get? But until when she went to the Honest Bunch, after she said a guy has to have all the 10 million naira for you to follow him. That's for the females to follow him and all. That's when everybody say, okay, who is this girl? Who is this girl? Who is this girl? Do you get? And see where she is. See what she has done with the film. I think she has 2 cars now, 1 Benz, and you get what I'm saying? And she's making the money every day. She will still come out to come and tell you guys, you understand, the standard and procedure on how to get a man. Well, I did not say you should follow the advice. If you like to follow, you understand? But back on the conversation, what do you think about this Fish Pie story? Him coming out to say that, please, though, you guys should follow him on his page. The page he was using before, I don't know what I said, it was hacked. Maybe another person is using it. But now he has created a new page and people should follow, right? But what do you think about the story? Do you think this guy is even worth being listening to again? Of all the things we'll see him do and all. Let me hear you.
Okay, so first of all, quite frankly,
right.
I think I knew the sound Fish Pie, but I didn't know who the person was.
Yes,
I want to start with the caption to the video. Reveals talks about scandal, and I was waiting to hear some proper scandal. I didn't hear. I didn't hear anything. That was one. Then 2. He says, okay, he was used by people. See, I feel like in life, going through life, you don't meet a lot of people who are genuinely out for your good.
Okay.
Everybody's out for themselves.
Right.
So if you do something that is causing a wave and people want to ride that wave, they're not riding it for you. They're riding it for themselves.
Right.
So it's up to you to realize that, okay, these people are in this for themselves.
Right.
I need to look out for myself. I need to be smart about this. Because whatever it is those people did was to ride his trend wave.
I mean.
And you have their attention now. Whilst they are using you, whilst they're finding ways to exploit you, find ways to exploit them.
I mean, I feel like that's what everybody would have done.
And create something out of it. Create something lasting out of your 2 minutes of fame.
Hey. I did see that. Is Mob Head saying all of these things, guys? I'm not there here with you. You don't run call out 2 minutes fame. But I feel you. I get you. I get you.
So yeah, basically, life is not fair.
I mean,
it's a dogfight.
Right.
One of my favorite series is Suits, and I like Suits because every episode shows you how fair life is not, like how everybody is out for their own benefit and how to get ahead. You need to find a way to align my benefits with your benefits.
Yes.
So we can book work together.
I agree.
So you thinking, oh, people are coming here because they don't like you.
Period.
They don't like you. You're just an opportunity for them, and use them as your own opportunity.
Right.
That's my opinion, basically.
Let's go on the short break, guys. Come on with the hard gossip. Stay with us.
Nigeria, by extension Africa, battles a growing youthful population, and with little or no meaningful engagement, leaves a ticking time bomb on our hands. We are a blessed continent with great wealth, both in people and material. Our focus on ways remains driving conversations that affects us all. Topics in the news, social concerns, politics, leadership, governance, empowerment, resource management, conflict management, finance, SME sustainability, technological innovation, food security, health, education, brain drain, our well-being, citizenship, and much more. Our goal is to continuously drive these conversations, keep them burning at the table to effect a positive change both for our nation and continent. Ways, what are you saying, has a secret ingredient that completes the conversation every single episode, and that ingredient is you. Our past conversations shaped our yesterday. To shape our tomorrow, we must keep talking. So, I want to hear you. Be a part of our live conversations Mondays through Fridays. And let's all have our say.
Hey guys, it's your girl Purple Diva, and I'm live here at Gossip Gala. I want to say a very big shout out to Gossip Gala. Peace out.
Thank you so much for sticking around. On the hot gossip segment, the first story we have here says Veekee James is in no way fit to advise singles. No be me shake this table. The person that shake this table is called influencer Tosin. Let's watch this video, guys.
But then again, Veekee James is not someone to be advising ladies, singles about marriage. Where did she even get married? Hey, God, I beg. Is it 1 to 2 years that she got married and she's already advising singles about marriage? What is she even about marriage? She's still fresh. You can start advising people about marriage when you've spent 10 years in your marriage. Even 10 years, it doesn't guarantee anything. She's still fresh. And then she's saying standards, blah, blah, blah. Kinikon. We know the story, Sha. All this one she's just saying. We know the story. How she met Femi and everything. She's not the person to be advising anyone. For you, anybody. Well, they'll be fine. Sincerely speaking, this could be you, somebody's son, but you like your man tall and handsome. If Femi was, will you go for him?
Man, where you want? Fit be man where be say Nigerians go they laugh at him. They go they laugh at him for social media. That is the kind of man you like. Where be say you go do content. People go they laugh at your own husband though, and you go there okay, you go there all right. That is the kind of man you like. Some women, some ladies, that's not how they want their man. Whether he tall or whether he short, or they don't want people to be laughing at their man, because a good wife supposed to bring honor to your husband. No be say Nigerians go they laugh am and she go they happy. So please don't come on social media to educate women on the kind of men they should have. Please.
You see Tosin saying, Auntie, how did you even get your family in the first place that you're advising ladies? Second one is saying, you where we say you they can't make your husband like, I don't get it. You put your husband in a certain position where people have to laugh at him. And I don't know how. I mean, have you ever seen their videos before and feel like, look at what Femi is doing, look at what the man is doing? I mean, have you ever felt like that before? Before you answer that, let's quickly get that. I mean, I want to read out those things that she said, the standards, so that everybody gets to understand this gist properly. Okay, so you see it here where she says, this could be you and somebody's son, but you like your man tall and handsome with perfect set of teeth, 100% financial responsibility, impeccable dress sense, very spiritual yet with a touch of bad boyness. Hey, yeah. Then she replies underneath to that, the caption she used, and she said, Queen of Standards, they played here. So with this, she has said, now you see how everybody is just angry. I remember reading a tweet where the person said, I think it's time for us to call Veekee James to order. In my head, I'm like, call her in order how? Hey God, the things I hear. But let's talk a bit about how she even met Femi, right? So I hear that, nah, rumor. I hear, you understand? That's what they do for you. I hear say, I know talk trust me. Now, I was reading through the, just researching and all. I hear that there was a friend of her, more like her best friend, according to certain persons, right? And Femi used to be like one of the managers of that girl. So that's how they met. So it's more like, oh, you're my friend, and somehow I found out that, oh, Femi is like your manager, you get? And that's how the things sink. And I don't know why it's a bit of a rumor, right? And I don't know why people are a bit angry with it. If the best friend in question is okay with it, and it's not looking like the best friend and Femi has anything, do you get? That would have been a different story. But even the babe has come out to say that, oh, there's a certain friend of mine that, Femi used to be like her manager. And I feel like that's okay. So which one Tosin can they talk now? You hear Tosin saying, you want advice person with how you take get Femi. What's bad there? But what do you think about the story? Tell me.
Okay.
You needed to breathe, Abby. The story plenty. This country, eh? You know what? I'm a bit happy and sad at the same time, because in as much as we are trying as much as possible not to see what's going on in the country, we're using all of these things to catch cruise. But at the same time, we're forgetting that there are real issues to be dealt with. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But let me hear you. What do you think about the story?
So, first things first. Personally, I do not see why there is such outrage towards her posts.
Right.
That's one. And I'll explain why. Because personally, from how I read it, as I said earlier, you perceive things based off who you are.
Yeah.
How I interpreted it wasn't her saying women shouldn't have standards. Women should have standards. Everybody should have standards. You shouldn't settle for just
less
anything. How I interpreted it was her saying your standards shouldn't be too exacting.
Or extreme.
I will not say extreme, but he must meet all of these certain things. There are certain things that you need to work hand in hand with this person to get him there.
Right.
I feel like a relationship between a man and a woman should be both parties working on themselves for the benefit of the other person. And not this party looking to that party, looking to what can I get from that party, and the other party looking what can I get. Everybody should be focused on how can I give to whoever it is I'm going into a relationship with.
Okay.
Relationship I give and take. Nobody should focus. Like, yes, yourself is there, but I feel like your primary focus in a relationship should be, how do I help? How do I improve? How do I work to make this person's life better? So let's say me and you, for instance, if we are in a relationship or we are about to get into a relationship, whilst you have your standards, that, okay, these are things I want to take off, which I'm not saying they're not valid.
Right.
They are very valid. Like, certain people like tall people. And you need to be attracted to the person you want to enter a relationship with.
Right.
So that is very, very valid. And certain things are valid. Then let's go to 100% financial responsibility. A lot of times, you will not meet a man at 100% financial responsibility. Like, even people you meet at that, how do I put it? Someone has put in work to get them to that level,
where they are.
to get them to where they are. Because they say one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000.
Amen.
So I feel like basically what she's saying is, have your standards, but realize that there are certain things there are certain areas where you know that for now he's not there, but I know that working together, I can help him realize his goals. Because first of all, he has to have those goals.
True.
So instead of focusing more on what he has now or what he looks like now, focus more on what are his goals. How can I help him? Are those goals in line with my
yours?
goals?
Exactly.
And if they are, how can I help him achieve his goals?
Why he helps you?
While he helps me achieve my. So now here's the thing: you're thinking of helping him achieve his goals, and he's thinking of helping you achieve your own goals in the ideal relationship. So that way, everybody is winning, everybody is growing together. But when you're focused on how he looks now, oh, he doesn't tick my boxes, you go take. You go take. Because what you find is that, okay, let me not say a lot of ladies, but quite a number of ladies, in the name of standards, they're not looking to put in the work. They
just want to receive. They are the receiving end.
Exactly. They think you just stay and someone will come meet them with this exact. And even if that happens, and even if that happens, there's the possibility that to this person, he sees you as something he acquired, your property.
Deep.
Because you didn't put in anything to get him to where he is now.
You put in nothing.
And now you're reaping the benefit. And to him, it's like, you're here because of
what I have.
You're here because I was able to acquire. I had the whatever to acquire you.
Yes.
That's why you're here. And
God.
But when you work with someone that has goals that align with yours and get him there, you're more like a partner to him than you're invested in him and he's invested in you. So that's basically my take on.
I actually agree with you, actually. But this way, everybody should calm down on social media. The way they're just dragging out left, right, and center. Especially I told you about the one I saw where the girl was saying that it's time to call Veekee James to order. In my head, I'm like, call her to what order? Like, I don't understand.
There's something else I wanted to say. So, in regards to, if you like your man to be the laughing stock of. First of all, I don't care what anybody wants to say. Like, personally, if I'm doing my thing, if you want to laugh, like, don't want to laugh, don't laugh. Like,
period.
I don't give.
I feel you.
So, if that's how they enjoy their relationship, then it's up to them. If you want to judge, I'll really not. It's between two of them. Like, for me, relationship is how people decide to relate with each other. It's unique for every relationship. So, what we have seen is people standardizing what relationship should be. There's no standard for what a relationship should
be like.
So you shouldn't be judging this man or this relationship based on what you think is the standard. Oh, the man is a mumu because he's... So it's very... Shall I use the word ignorant again?
I think to some level it is actually. There's a bit of, ignorance in this.
Because there's a man should be this. How can a man like you be doing?
Exactly. Someone even told me, a man actually even told me that, don't worry, very soon, Femi will get tired. That's what somebody, I'm not joking, this is no joke. Somebody, we've been discussing this whole thing. And thanks to Veekee James, there's always new posts almost every week. Do you get? Is either there's a challenge or there's, the two of them, they share just something around her. And most of the times I hear people say, don't worry. Now man will be very soon, he will get tired. Let's quickly go on the short break, guys. To come up with the hottest gossip. Stay with us.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength that every relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes, say yes!
All the connections that shapes who we are today. Every week, we dive into the stories that define us. Stories of love, loss, heartbreaks, and healing. Real life stories from real people, just like you and I. Heartlines is where emotions meet understanding, and where we learn that we're never truly alone. Join me Mondays through Fridays at 9:30 p.m. for Heartlines, where we connect with every heart, one story at a time.
Yo, let's talk about things in Ninja. Most of the man them sucking Gary, the rest them eating rice. One fight for a little for sustainable came and increased the price. It's your boy Kid Drastic. And shout out to Gossip Gala. You can come on here to watch best gossips and trendy stories and this thing. So stay safe. Bless.
We are back like we never left. Because the truth is, we actually did not go anywhere. All right, we're in the hottest gossip segment. And this one is actually very funny. And it says, Dunamis Church ex-pastor alleged healing miracles are staged. All the videos of this on this story, I think we should watch them first before we know. We now start placing them where we are supposed to place them. Let's watch them together.
Tell us, these miracles, are they true? Have you witnessed any of them? Like, can you confidently, categorically state with every single iota of conviction in you that some of these miracles, or all of them, are real?
It's a very strong question, but I'll answer you. I will tell you, Captain, no. And it's with due respect to him and to Dunamis Church. I have nothing to lose or gain.
You're saying no, that the miracles are not real.
Are not real. They don't have.
First of all, he tried to emotionally blackmail me because I told him my spirit does not want me to give him. Tried to emotionally blackmail me. It didn't work. He gaslighted me. It didn't work. He said a lot of things. It didn't work. He tried to manipulate me. It didn't work to give him money. And this is where it resulted to. It now started with blackmail. And now it now started with trying to defame by saying, oh, I tried to scam him. Just imagine. So you will see the kind of person he is. So can you imagine the one where nature don't go through for this guy? And if me will try to help you, where you can't say they do for so entry on your daughter, I don't know you from anywhere. I can't even go meet Barrister DG. Barrister DG spending time. He carrying lawyers. Everything. 1 naira was not paid. And you come out, can't go make video. Say, I scam you. Because you tell me I give you money. I tell you, say my spirit no allow me. So imagine the kind of person he is. That means true. My spirit's no lie. That means everything his wife accused him of is true. He's a manipulator. So before now they say, hey, may they leave him. Now so it be, but again, you still know me say they go lock him up for defamation. Yes, we did totally against that. If a nature feels like this guy have defamed him, he should sue the guy. He should sue him. He should sue him. All this defamation. Now, mind you again, why would the pastor be arresting somebody for defamation? It makes no sense. I mean, you preach forgiveness. So can't you forgive him? No, the Bible says they slap it on the other side. So what is the problem, Dr. Paul Eneche? With all due respect, Papa, as they call you.
VDM. The way VDM just give everybody straight bullets. He even hates me. But let's start from the initial. The first video we watched. You saw why Abraham, that's the ex-pastor that was, with the Dunamis church, where he came out to say that all of those testimony where they up and down, they are all staged, they are not real, right? And that's why Paul Nature, that's the pastor of Dunamis, had to, call the police to, arrest him for defamation. Right? So while we are trying to sit on that, VDM felt it was important to tell us who this guy is from his own experience. And you hear VDM saying that, that guy is a manipulator, he did this, he did that. So, I mean, what's the storyline? So this guy texted VDM and said, guy, I need money for so thing, right? I think he has an issue with his car or something. And VDM said, my spirit doesn't want me to give you money, so I don't want. The guy texted, and at the end of the day, see what he resorted to insulting him and all of that, even going on his YouTube page to say that VDM scammed him of his money and all. So what we are trying to, I was trying to digest that too. VDM felt it was important to even speak to, Paul Eneche. You call yourself a pastor. Tell me why you want to arrest this guy, right? And you say you want to, put him in prison and all of that. You want to, sue him for defamation. I thought the Bible that we are all reading together says if they slap you at your right cheek, what do you do? What? You do what? Turn to your left. So how come you're not accepting this? Why are you fighting for yourself? I mean, there's just a whole lot to this story. What do you think about it? Let me hear you.
Okay. So, yeah. First off, the exchange between him and Very Dark Man.
Right.
I think, how did it start? He said his daughter was...
Yes.
And that how Very Dark Man said interacting with him and all that.
Trying to help him and all.
Trying to help him and all. And at some point, the man's wife says, she needs to get her children away from the man. And he asks why. And
trying to harass, beating the children and all.
He's beating the children and all. And that's what leads Very Dark Man to say, my spirit, doesn't want me to help you. And the man constantly starts to text. So watching the video, one thing I always say is stories how do I put it? First of all, this is the internet. You only know what you see on your screen. That's one.
Right.
And two, there's a lot of nuance to stories based off who is telling the story.
Right.
So one person can spin a narrative in such a way that it sounds like this person is the truth and this person is a bad person. And the other person can do the same and make this person a bad person in his own story. So it's basically who is telling the story.
Right.
So now, I'm not saying, this person is a good person or is innocent or is... But I'm just saying we should understand that what you see is a narrative fed to you by whoever is telling the story.
Right.
That's one side of it. Let's leave that. So now let's come to the fact that Paul Enenche gets him arrested for defamation. This is not even the first. This is like the third. And I'm sure there are plenty more where people that have power,
right,
because someone says something against you,
right,
you arrest the person. What's the difference between you and where Nigeria was under military rule,
right,
where the military people could just do as they pleased? So there's due process. If you feel you're being defamed and it's affecting you, you sue the person.
True.
Well, you can say, okay, it doesn't work in Nigeria. But you have power. You can use your power to make sure the due process works for you.
I mean,
instead of arresting the person.
Doing it the wrong way.
That is one. That is one. Now I want to explore the Christian side of it.
In a few seconds.
So there is I can't say I know what verse, but in the Bible there's where it says that as a child of God, you're not to defend your name. You're not to fight for yourself. You're to fight for God, for God's name.
Right.
But yet, over and over and over again, what you see is, let me not say men of God, because I can't tell you, okay, it happens plenty, but I know of 2-3 cases where you have men or women of God fighting to defend their own names
instead of God,
and not the name of the Lord. An example was a popular gospel artist, a female gospel artist, where a secular musician used her name in a song. And there was outrage, and she was suing him. At least, thank God that one, she was suing him. She's not getting arrested.
I feel.
And she was suing him, claiming damages and all that. And a friend of mine posted this, and I'm like, first of all, people are giving him free promotion.
Right.
I didn't know this guy. I didn't know his song. Because of you, I'm going to Google him. I'm going to listen to his song. That's one. 2, if a lot of times secular artists use God's name in their songs.
Right.
And nobody says anything. Uses Jesus' name in their song. Nobody says anything. But because now use your woman of God or man of God in their song, you're shouting that they did something wrong. So they said defend God's name. Now God's name you're not defending. Now defending your man or woman of God's name. So I feel like we've just gotten it all wrong.
Right.
And well, that's basically my take.
And we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for coming, Mohammed. And yes, my besties, it has been an exciting one with you guys. I can't wait to have another interesting episode with you. Until then, stay blessed.
Hey besties, it's your girl Oni Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Oni Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.